System, your one-call solution to warehouse chaos. For just $13 a day, you get a Crown lift truck, racking and a bonus hand pallet truck. The total warehouse package. Crown 131604.
It's back. Want to win the best kept ute in Australia? Watch 10's Hi-Octane October telecasts of Bathurst, Phillip Island and Gold Coast Indy for your chance to win the Valvoline Racing Team's best kept ute. Thanks to Valvoline's Hi-Octane October and Channel 10.
When my baby...
Hurry, the Kia Rio Runout is almost over. Get a spacious 5-door Rio now for only $14,990 drive away and pay nothing extra for air while stocks last.
Trust me, mate. Cougar.
And a slice of lemon.
Cougar, thanks.
And a slice of lemon?
Oh, yeah, and a slice of lemon.
Cougar, real smooth bourbon.
How well do you know your neighbour? Did you know if they were missing? Did you know what they were hiding?
There's no sign of forced entry.
Looks like a half-dug grave.
8:30 Monday. A dead man with one big secret.
I remember what was missing.
Hey, Joe. Found something?
A secret he wanted to keep from everybody.
Money. Oh, it's a fair bet, yeah.
But the biggest surprise isn't what they uncover. It's what they're planning on covering up.
Don't do this.
White Collar Blue. 8:30 Monday on 10.
The Australian Grand Prix Corporation is pretty happy with this day at Phillip Island despite the inclement weather over the past few days. Well, inconsistent if not inclement, certainly difficult conditions, but the fans came out in droves. 40,000 today for this race, 79,500 for the 3 days, and that's up 7% on last year. So a great day all round, and Valentino Rossi winning the race in the MotoGP class. Marco Melandri winning the championship in 250s, but the 125 is very much alive. We'll have a chat about that before we close this program. But right now, Greg Rust has caught up with the other Aussie today, Andrew Pitt.
Well, Pitty, this has obviously been about testing in sort of real-time conditions. How was it out there today, and have you learned some more?
Yeah, you know, that's sort of as real as it gets out there with those guys. I suppose the thing I can take out of today is I raced with them for a few laps at the start. Passed Checker once or twice and a few of the other guys, and but just sort of lost the toe a little bit, and then got up with Hopkins at the end and brought my lap times down again by about a second. So I suppose that was satisfying, really. But yeah, we had a few little problems with the bike, and you know, I obviously need to learn how to ride it a bit better. But you know, overall, the total race time we're quite a bit closer than we were in Malaysia, and yeah, so you know, I think overall race times were only probably a couple of seconds off the front guys per lap, and I think my last lap was only a second slower than Rossi. So you know, we still didn't get that good a position, but we come closer.
Kawasaki is renowned for building gun engines. What do you think, now that you've sampled it for 2 races, what do you think the bike needs to get up there and mix it with the likes of Rossi?
Well, I need to learn how to ride the bigger bikes with the more horsepower. You know, not ride them so much like a 600 or 250 type style. But also, you know, we need to improve the bike. It's only the 3rd time it's been on the racetrack. So just an overall thing we need to work on, really.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You're working towards next year, mate. Hope it's a good one.
Thanks, mate. Good on you.
Okay, it was a fantastic race. I'm just about to go down and give Valentino the sunglasses he wanted, and thanks very much.
There's no doubt about that. And the bike, well, who knows? I think he's going to do a lot of testing in the winter. That is the Northern Hemisphere winter, Daryl Beattie.
Well, I think not only Kawasaki are going to do a lot of testing, but like I said before, Dunlop are going to be involved in that project. They're going to have to go along to every test and really do a lot. And I think Pitty, by the end of off-season in the year, he's going to have a sore backside because Dunlop are going to be throwing a zillion tyres at him, which are going to make a big, big difference.
Very interesting tyres because Honda, Yamaha and Suzuki have been the established powers in what was the 500cc class. And now that Kawasaki's coming back in and Ducati with Australia's Troy Bayliss teaming up with Loris Capirossi, be very, very interesting. And even KTM is lining up a run at this championship, which is quite extraordinary.
It's awesome, you know, when you think about it, KTM coming in, which is going to be absolutely terrific for 125s. We've got a very, very clever man going to that project, and obviously with Warren Willing going there, that's a talk as well. But Troy Bayliss, Petty, McCoy in MotoGP next year, what more could we ask for?
Yeah, very, very exciting. And of the machines, do you think Ducati can match it with the established Hondas, Yamahas and even Aprilia, which has had a year's head start development on their Italian rivals?
I think Aprilia would have to be a little bit disappointed with this year. You would have thought they'd make more progress. That bike is very hard to ride. It's not the easiest bike. I think Ducati are probably going to give them a good run for their money when they arrive on the scene. But more than anything, I think Ducati have definitely got to come out strong. They've been strong with Honda in the World Superbikes, and they don't really want to look like they're behind the 8 ball when they come to the Premier class.
Now we bring Greg Rust back from Andrew Pitt's pit, if you'll pardon the pun. Rusty, the other Australian we haven't mentioned, of course, who did very, very well to make top 10 in the 250s was Casey Stoner. Everyone loves that kid in this paddock, and I'm talking about all the international stars and officials, so let's hope he can secure a ride for next year as well.
Well, exactly. I mean, Lucio Cecchinello speaks so highly of him and his efforts here on a bike which is still, I guess, underpowered against the likes of Melandri, and Fonzie Nieto was just fantastic 10th here. So let's hope that next season augurs well for him, whatever it is, I should say, that he secures. But yeah, it'd be great to see him on something competitive. But another year in the 250s wouldn't go astray.
And how about Marco Melandri? You know, there was some talk that he may never win a world title, like his mate Valentino Rossi, and he did it tough because Fonzie Nieto is such a hard charger. He made him work for it for the final rounds, didn't he?
For sure, you know, Fonzie's been very, very good the last few rounds, and I think more than anything, the guy who's probably going to give those guys a good chase up is Alias. He's strong. I think the talk around the paddock this weekend, especially amongst the Spanish, is that he's going to be the future for Spain.
So Casey does have some formidable opponents next year. Depending on what happens, of course, with rider movement, there is still talk that Melandri will go to Aprilia or even Yamaha to team with Carlos Checa in MotoGP next year. And a quick reminder, too, that our final telecast of the year for this championship comes from Valencia, and the 125cc championship is still alive there between a very disappointed Arno Vincent, who was very reticent today after his defeat against Manuel Poggiali, the defending champion. That will be something to look out for on your home of motorsport. But Valentino Rossi, what can we say? I mean, how far can this guy go? If he decides not to take on rallying full time, he says it's just fun, then how many world championships can he win at the age of 23? He's got another 10 years in him.
Fantastic. I mean, just the ability that the bloke has, and his obvious sympathy with anything mechanical is just incredible. I mean, I think we're going to be quite surprised at how well he goes in Britain. He'll play it down, but I think he'll do quite all right.
Yeah, it's a very good point. I mean, we've seen Daryl Beattie do so well on four wheels since his retirement from motorcycle racing. I'm sure Valentino can match those antics from Daryl Beattie in V8 supercars. Let's look at what's ahead on your home of motorsport, and supercars very much part of that. But firstly, the Honda Indy 300. What a double header. The Champ Cars and the V8 supercars on the Gold Coast, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 5 on your home of motorsport. Of course, check your guides for details there. Telstra Rally Australia, November 4, will be on air from 1 to 5 Eastern time, so check your guides once again for that. And the V8 Supercars round 12 from New Zealand, and RPM will be there as well, bringing you all the action and excitement, not only of that great championship, but also of all the motorsport news from around the world. This has been a heck of a day. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation on your home of motorsport of MotoGP, a champion Valentino Rossi, a champion Marco Melandri, and a great 125cc championship brewing in 2002. On behalf of all the team, it's goodbye for now.
Poggiali, great effort. Oh, no! He's run off. Well, this is handed the race to Rossi. It's Valentino Rossi winning the Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix.
The 2002 Sky Vodka Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix, proudly brought to you by Autobarn. With Autobarn, you'll have the best race car in town. Yamaha, where you go now is up to you. And Cougar, real smooth bourbon.